Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and deep heart. To love is to suffer, and there can be no love otherwise. I think the devil doesn't exist, but man has created him. He has created him in his own images and likeness. To go wrong in one's own way is better than to go right to someone else's. It is better to be unhappy and know the worst, than to be happy in a fool's paradise. What is hell? I maintain that it is the suffering of being unable to love. The darker the night, the brighter the stars, the deeper the grief, the closer is God. I say let world go to hell, but I should always have my tea. This is my last message to you. In sorrow, seek happiness. Man only likes to count his troubles, he doesn't calculate his happiness. Nothing is easier than to denounce the evildoer, nothing is more difficult than to understand him. The soul is healed by being with children. Love in action is a harsh and dreadful thing compared to love in dreams. When reason fails, the devil helps. A beast can never be as cruel as human being, so artistically, so picturesquely cruel. It takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. The wisest of all, in my opinion, is the man who calls himself a fool at least once a month. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. But how could you live and have no story to tell? You'll burn, and you will burn out, you will yield and come back again. Taking a new step, uttering a new word, is what people fear most. If you wanted to respect it by others, the great thing to respect yourself. A hundred suspicious don't make proof. Much unhappiness has come into the world, because of bewilderment and things left unsaid. Nothing in this world is harder than speaking the truth, nothing easier than flattery. To love someone means to see them as God intended them. The man who has a conscience suffers whilst acknowledging his sin, that is his punishment. Right or wrong, it's very pleasant to break something, from time to time. The greatest happiness is to know the source of unhappiness. I can see the sun, but even if cannot see the sun, I know that it exists. Grown-up people do not know that a child can give exceedingly good advice, even in most difficult case. The fear of appearance is his first symptom of impotence. Power is given only to him who dare to stood, and take it. Once must have the courage to dare. Beauty will save the world. Destroy my desires, eradicate my ideals, show me something better, and I will follow you. It is not the brain that matter most, but that which guides them, the character, the heart, generous quality, progressive's ideas. You can be sincere, and still be stupid. The degree of civilization in a society can be judged by entering in prisons. I am fool with a heart but no brains, and you are a fool, with brains but no heart, and we are both unhappy. And we both suffer. But to fall in love does not mean to love. One can fall in love still hate. I used to imagine adventures for myself. I invented a life, so that I could at least exist somehow. I have never been a coward, at heart, although I have always been a coward in action. To think too much is a disease. Without God all things are permitted. Life is a paradise, and we are all in paradise, but we refuse to see it. Man has it all in his hands, and it all slips through his fingers from sheer cowardice. How can a man of consciousness have the slightest respect for himself? Love is a such priceless treasure that you can buy the whole world with it, and redeem not only your own but other people's sins. Your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing. Sorrow comprised my heart, and I felt I would die. And then I woke up,